everybody. First I want to start by saying to everyone, thank you so much for the kind comments. I really appreciate it. You people are just awesome. Still tax time, so still lots of hours spent at the office, but good stuff this week and a catastrophe of monumental proportions this week, but we'll get to that. First, I want to start off with, I finished. I got the whole thing done. Looky there. Hooray! Only 35 years. Yay! So now I've got to decide what to do with it because I don't want to leave them just sitting there for 35 more years. I don't like the way that's originally finished out. Here's the book from originally, and I don't want to do that, so I may just frame them all and put them on the wall as a 6-piece set, I guess. I don't know. That was the good thing. Here's my disaster of catastrophic proportions. I like to stitch with a hoop, a 5-inch hoop that's very old, very heavy, nice, doesn't move around, doesn't bend wood, and it broke. It broke. What am I gonna do? This hoop, this is what I like to stitch with, this one. I like it because when I'm stitching, if I want to hold my thread under while I'm getting started, I can reach across the hoop, no problem. And I like it because it's old and heavy and it doesn't bend. Nowadays they're much thinner. I'm so upset. My family's trying to tell me how I can fix it. They said Gorilla Glue will fix anything. I don't think so. So, that was my only finish. I did work on stuff. I kind of just pulled stuff out and did what I felt like working on. I worked on this one just a little bit. Like I said before, it's so hard to tell on this pattern. I worked up in this area a little bit, but eventually it'll get there. Eventually. I also worked on, sorry, I thought I pulled this out already, the quilt here. Again, just a little bit. Last time it had just this little part in the outline done. I put in this and put in this on the side over here. I only spent just a few minutes one night because I was determined to get something done before I went to sleep, or stitched on or something at least. I started, doesn't look like anything, and I can't show you the picture because I don't have a picture, I only have a pattern. But it's for the April showers stitch along. Actually, it's for 2 of them. It's going to be a little blue jar with sunflowers in it. I really got all of the blue finished and was on to the next color when I realized that I am off by 1. Actually on this side. It looks like this because I am in the middle of frogging it, so. Hooray. I pulled out the other color, now I'm pulling out that one. I also, I started 3 new things. You people are such good influences. This one is part of my haul also. I realize that I live in Texas. You may realize and remember that I live in Texas. So why in the world am I doing a piece about Canada? One of my daughters, her boyfriend lives in Canada, and when he came to visit us and stay with us at Christmas time, his mother sent just lovely things to us to thank us for letting him stay and all of that good stuff. So I decided when I saw that pattern it's actually a kit on eBay, that I would make it for her. So, and this is where I am on it. I'm sorry. It's really, I didn't spend terribly much time doing this. So it's really, I think, one evening and maybe a little bit of time one morning before I had to get everybody up for school. So it's really coming along quickly. That's also part of my haul for the week. I found it on eBay for a few bucks. Can't complain about that. I can't. Me being alone in my house is apparently not allowed if people aren't around me. Cats are. They do not like for me to go into another room without them there present. You can tell she's malnourished and underfed. Bless her little heart. And I started this. It's very impressive so far. I couldn't help it. I gave in and decided to start the Brooks Books Animal Advent Calendar because they're so cute. So, if we're keeping count, I finished 1 thing and started 3. That is absolutely not getting me ahead. Not even a little bit. And I did have some haul. It's buried over here now, I'm sorry. I got some thread. And it's not fancy thread. I got a whole bunch of thread, but this was all in one bag. I've been trying to get everything ready for this stuff that's coming up in May for the Stitch Mania. And so I got this big long list of threads, so I go and buy 10 or 20 skeins at a time. But I've been to 2 different stores. I don't have a LNS. I live out in the country. I don't have a local anything. Actually, that's not true. About a quarter mile down the road from my house is a couple that grows olives, and they have an olive press. So if I have, and they have a little shop out there. So I guess if I have an olive oil emergency, that's close. But I've been to 2 different Hobby Lobbies looking for one of the colors of thread that I needed for my Mystic Stitches start next month in May. And neither one of them had it, so I got online. I think I ordered it. I don't remember if I ordered from 123 Cross Stitch or Everything Cross Stitch, but I didn't want to order just 1 thread, so I didn't even look at what I already had. I just went ahead and ordered all of the threads for block 1 of the Animal Advent without giving any thought. I've decided to do mine on 1 big piece, 5 across, 5 down. And I ordered for all of the colors for the number 1, and because I start over on the right hand side, I actually have to start with number 5. So I need threads for him, but I had enough to get me started, and because the border on number 1 is the same color as the border on number 5, I at least was able to get the border done. But I do have some of his other threads, so I'll be able to do a little bit on him. And then I'll go buy some more, what I need for him, and maybe some more for the others, if I can sneak away from the office. My husband has lunch with a group of men on Tuesdays. I call it his old man lunch because he's probably at least 20 years younger. At least. One of them, he's about 40 years younger than him. But he's way younger than all of the men. But he loves it anyway. I bought this sparkly Ada fabric. It's called Stardust. That's what I wanted to use for the animal advent. I didn't have it with me. Not that it would have mattered. I hadn't done the math to see if it would fit. I just went and bought that at Hobby Lobby, thank goodness for 40% discount coupons. And it's too small. But I have another, I guess one of my starts in May that I'm going to use it on. And then I got this in. I haven't opened it yet, sorry for the glare. It's a birth announcement, and I just thought the bunny and the little bird and the flowers and stuff was so cute. I'm way past needing birth announcements in this house, and if I were to find out that I need a birth announcement, you might as well just have me committed. I'm too old to start that again. But I thought it would be really cute for Easter. And I just leave the words off. I may, the little eggs in the basket here, I may decide to do those. Oops, sorry. I may just do those in maybe some little pastel colors, or at least color the eggs in the basket. We'll see, I don't need to start anything else right now. If I do 1 finish and 3 starts every time, I'm going to get way behind. And then I got this from Listia. I have no idea what I'll do with it. It's just more, I think it's 14 count Ada fabric. But those are, I don't know if the color's coming through or not. It's little baby blue and white striped fabric. I had never seen any like it, and I just thought it was so cute. I think the pattern for the little teddy bears is in there also, but I don't really need any teddy bears, I don't think. So I guess that goes into stash, since I don't have anything planned for it. And really, that's about it for this week. I'm so excited to have the one thing finished after all these years. And I think if I can find some cute little frames that I'll match, I'll frame it up and at the very least hang it on the wall in my studio. I may start trying to get that in order. Mostly it's the dumping grounds for anything that nobody else knows where it goes. Just go put it out there. You can't even move around in there right now. Seriously. If anybody looked at that, they would think that I was was a hoarder just because of the disarray, but right now I don't have the time to get it organized, and that's why most of what I do in the house instead of going out there. Hopefully next week there will be more. I know there will be more stash or haul. Oh my gosh. I've replaced my favorite hoop with, I had a 6-inch hoop on hand, and I don't love it. It doesn't feel good in my hand. It moves. It's not firm like that one is. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm so disappointed that it broke. And I don't know, maybe they didn't make them out of better wood. Maybe it's so old that it's petrified wood, and that's why it broke. Could be. Anyway, I hope to get a lot done. I thank you for watching as always, and I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope that you have a good stitchy week, and we'll be back, maybe me and the cats. As you can see in the background, the sun is completely up now, which means that I don't have very much time to get some more stitching in before I go wake my husband up for our coffee date on Sunday mornings. Oh, and by the way, up here on the mantle, the artwork is courtesy of 2 of my daughters. One of them's a landscape piece painted by Abigail, and the other is a Zen-tangled piece of one of the Disney characters. Now I can't think of her name, I've gone blank. But her hair is all Zen-tangled and everything, done by my daughter Kirsten. She loves to Zen-tangle. Anyway, that's, I guess, all I have for now, and y'all have a great week, and thanks again for watching, and thank you again for all of the kind comments, and kind of thank you for being enablers. Actually, as I get stuff finished up and new things started, I'm really loving it, and I really do appreciate all the floss tubers that I watch, and the eBay, not eBay, well, I do appreciate eBay because I get lots of stuff on there. The Facebook groups, I appreciate them too, because it really does keep me encouraged and keep me going, and I really am loving it. So thank you, everyone. I'll let you know when my husband isn't working all the time if he loves it. I bet not, but that's okay. Anyway, y'all have a great week. Thanks.